Good Tavach, Shavua Tov, a good week to everybody. Welcome to our morning Chassidus before davening. So we get into the right frame of mind so we could pray in a better way. The truth is the preparation itself is an end in itself. Usually prep is for something. So there's the idea, thank you, of learning Chassidus before your prayers, so that way your mind is in a more godly place. But the preparation also is an end in itself, just for the learning itself. So we're learning the Maimer, the Hasidic discourse, Anei Hashem Elokecha, She'etzei Me'eretz Mitzrayim. I am the Lord your God who took you out of the land of Egypt, the first of the 10 commandments. And the question that we've asked, that many great people throughout the generations have asked, the Rebbeim have asked, and the Rebbe asks, why is God presenting himself to the Jewish people at Mount Sinai as the one who took out of Egypt, as opposed to the one who is creator of heaven and earth? And there's reason for that question. And the reason for that is taking us out of Egypt is miraculous, but there's miracles before that, there's miracles after that. And a miracle comes from something, that you change something into something else. Water that flows now stands like a wall. But creation is something from nothing. It starts with no thing to something. And that's a power. Not only is that a greater miracle,
Amen.
this cup is a greater miracle than splitting the sea. God creates this, and he creates it, something from nothing, even though it seems like it was here. No, but every moment God is creating this. Every moment he's creating it. And it's coming from Atzmus, it's coming from the core essence of God. So it's much more of an indication of who God is as creator. And this is the question. And we actually see on some level that this question, as every question that is in Torah, or for the sages at least, is also Torah, meaning, and actually the Torah does begin that way. The 10 Commandments will even see that hints to that. And we see that the Torah begins with Bereshit bara. In the beginning, God created. Well, that's God is creator. And not only that, but that's the written law, the oral Torah, Maimonides, also begins that way, about God being the creator and that all creation is only found from him. So on some level, it's hinted. And actually, by Matan Torah, it's hinted further. That's in Torah itself, but in the giving of the Torah. Before the 10 Commandments, there's a verse that says, that God spoke these things, saying. So we know when that term lamor, which means saying, that God spoke these things, saying, and now is going to say these things, the 10 Commandments. But the word saying, who's he saying it to? It's redundant. If he spoke, then of course he's saying. So everywhere else it means that God spoke to Moses to say to the Jewish people. But here all the Jewish people were there, so what's this mean? So our sages say this is lamor to give us the power that we could say we could learn the Torah in such a way that God is saying it to us now. Like right now, God is speaking the Ten Commandments, in a sense, or the whole Torah, and we're saying it. By our saying it, God's saying it. Chaim. And as a result, and as a result, it gives us the capability of seeing the newness of God giving us His word, as He did first time at Mount Sinai. But it's the newness of it that He's giving it now. Just like creation is renewed every moment, well, so is the Torah. Now that's in a hinted manner, right? Is that we see that this notion of God as creator, um, is found in the beginning of the Torah, both in the written and the oral Torah. There it's not hinted, but there it's quite obvious in what's in the words of the Rambam explaining the beginning of Torah, Bereshis bara, God creator, is the fact that the creation comes from something from nothing. And God is constantly engaged in creation, and it's coming from the essence of God. He says it in halachic terminology, right? And the newness, the renewal of creation every moment. And that renewal how's that revealed? Through our learning Torah in a renewed way. Now, God is recreating this coffee, this coffee cup, me and everything, you, every moment. It's renewed in the core essence of God. Chaim for that. That's the truth. Obviously, it's hidden from our eyes. We don't see that. How does it become clear to us, that notion, that truth? When we study Torah in a manner that it is new to me, it is fresh to me, we sense the newness in the teaching. We sense invigoration in the teaching. We reveal this chidush, this novelty of creation, that God is recreating the world, something from nothing every moment. And as we said, that power that we could do that comes from Mount Sinai, the giving of the Torah. When God said, lay more, to say, right? Just as God then said it, and then God said it then, and we stood with awe and trepidation. So likewise now, we can sense the awesomeness to it, to the Torah that we learn, such a way that we sense the novelty, the newness in it. So we, through that kind of learning, in that manner, reveal the chiddush of the creation, the novelty of creation. What's the novelty? Not like, the guy that made this cup, this silver goblet that's holding David's coffee, right? Took malleable silver and just shaped something into something else. That's how we look at creation. Until the giving of the Torah, no. We could look at creation, lamor. We could say, just as God says, in every moment to create the world something from nothing. By learning and seeing the newness in Torah, we can see the newness in creation. So powerful. You can see as a result of seeing that newness, you can see the beauty of your life. You're going to sense the wonderment in life as a result. Chaim. And again, that all started at Mount Sinai. Even before the Ten Commandments. At least hinted is God, creator, and the novelty of creation, that it's a constant creation of something from nothing, from the core essence of God. Now, notwithstanding that truth, yet, Matan Torah, the giving of the Torah to the Jewish people in a revealed manner, the way it is in the written Torah, right, is I am the Lord your God that took you out of Egypt, not creator, right? So yes, creator is there in Lamor in a hinted manner. It's there in the beginning of the Torah, the written Torah, the oral Torah, as we've explained. And yes, we can reveal creator, that creator of heaven and earth, constant engagement in creation, something from nothing, when we see, and therefore a newness in creation at all times. When we have a newness in our study of Torah, right? And we sense the awesomeness and the freshness and the invigoration of Torah. That's all hinted, as the Rebbe brings out. But in the end, what's revealed in the actual words is took you out of Egypt, right? Why? Um, all right, what's going on here? All right, something went wrong but we're back. So the intent is that the Jew and the Jewish people, the Jew, will go through an experience of Egypt, meaning Egypt comes to the word Mitzrayim, comes to the word Meitzar Gvul, a limitation, a boundary. We go through a limitation and a boundary, and we even go into servitude, into slavery, and that we should be now negate ourselves from any servitude to a human, any type of human limitation, any type of human constriction. How can that happen? Because God chooses the Jew, the Bnei Israel, that we become God's servant to the essence of God. It touches to serve him. In other words, the nations of the world, he's not expecting that they have to be his servants. It's not an essential. It's not essential to who they are. It doesn't have to be. It's a choice. Right? The Jew, it's not a choice in the end, because you're a Jew. You're a Jew. You're a Jew. Right? Born as a Jew, convert, probably according to Jewish law. You're a Jew, meaning you have a Jewish soul. It's not a choice. So God's going to put you into a situation of life that you're going to see restrictions, constrictions, and you might want to serve some other entity. No, in the end, you can't. Because God made that an essential connection in Matan Torah, and that we can't serve anything else or anyone else but God. Can't even serve ourselves. Hi. And we can connect this with Matan Torah, that it only occurred after the Jewish people said Nasa v'nishma, that we will do, and then we will listen and understand, which means complete giving over ourselves to God. The human condition is, and every other human being, they can give themselves over to God, but they will do it based on not the essential connection, but their understanding and appreciation. I appreciate, so I will commit. If you don't appreciate, the Jew, too bad. Don't appreciate. That's the way it is. But the Jewish people indeed did say Nasa v'nishma. We will do. In other words, we're there for God. And then we will understand and appreciate. Again, which is the opposite of any human being. When you appreciate, then you'll do. Right? No one does anything without their appreciation for doing it, their willingness to do it. their choosing, or it said to God, God, we're taking you on, period. Whatever it is you want, we're there for you. And appreciation will come only thereafter. So even though the revelation of God, of a Matan Torah, was really from above, right? God says, I'm the one who begins. There still had to be a preface of the Jew and their acceptance of God. The bittul, the self-effacement to the will of God, to his will. And through that was, then the Torah was given, and given from the core essence of God. This is what he really wanted, including giving us the power that in every day we learn, we could see the newness in Torah, and therefore reveal the newness of God in creation. Extremely powerful. A lot to go into that, but that's it for now. See you by Chumash Rashi soon.